Hey everyone, welcome to the video I'll be doing today. It's bright and early, 8:54 a.m. This is July 27th, 2020. We're looking at about 8:54 a.m. Eastern Time. Market opens officially for retail in about 36 minutes. And I want to give my opinion on kind of the short-term trend of the market. But before I get into any of this, of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risks, doing your own research, and I'm just giving my opinion on the market. So what the primary focus today is going to be is whether you are going to be taking the red pill or the green pill. All right. So obviously with both of those, that is kind of indicative that there is a chance that this could go two different ways. Um, and so I kind of want to talk a little bit about both of those and talk also a little bit about why I have a bullish bias on the stock market. And obviously that has trickled into the crypto atmosphere as well. If you have been following crypto, which I know a lot of my followers do, you know that that Bitcoin has been on a little bit of a run. It looks like it's starting to break out a little bit here. So just be very careful shorting the market. All right, so let me go ahead and move over into the chart and we'll take a look at things over there. All right, so this is something that I think I put this inside of the Dr. Charts channel on the Discord. I'll have to go back and take a look here, but what I've been trying to do is put a lot of the charts out onto the Dr. Charts channel that I feel like are worthy of being made public. So not everything is there, but nonetheless, you should find a good amount of collateral in there that really indicated that things are going to be moving up. The question always is how high is it going to move up? And just be real careful trying to short. Now, I guess full disclosure, I have been trying to short and I've got stopped out 3 times in the last week. I'm not real happy about it, but that was me trying to take the red pill when I should have been focusing more on the green pill. So let's just take a look here. This is the S&P 500 E-mini futures 4-hour chart, and I have a little bit of a chart here with some counts that I'll be kind of moving around here as we go. I haven't touched this chart in a while, at least since what would this been, like Thursday, Friday yesterday, or sorry, Thursday, Friday last week. So again, let's just take a look at this. This first move is pretty clear, right? So you can count 5 on this pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it fits pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this. So we put the 1 here, the 2 here, then we got the 3, the 4, and then we've got the 5 right there. Put that on a lower degree. Okay, I'm also going to keep this white, just trying to keep all of this kind of consistent because this is a primary count that we've got here. I'm going to remove the indicators just so we are focused mostly on the chart itself. And then also let me move this over here so that way we can see the entire chart. Try and get that, there we go, about as good as possible there. Okay, so again, so now we can see just about everything there. Try and get that so it doesn't look too bad. All right, this looks good. All right, we've got a nice impulse up here into the 1. All right, so this is either a 1 or an A. Okay, this is either a 1 or an A. So we've got our first move, A, B, C. This is perfect down here into the 2 or the B. The only reason why I don't like this as a B is because it's barely pulled back. If we take a fib pull on this, we go from the bottom up to the top. It comes down here to 382. It doesn't even get to the 50. So I'm not a real big fan of this being, a good corrective move as far as, going down for a B. This looks like a continuation because it was very shallow, very shallow. We have a lot of support that hit there at about 2, 4, 5, 7. So about right here in this area. You can tell we tried to hit it 1, 2, 3, 4 different times, and each time it failed. So this is important support as we move forward. Okay, we'll see if we get down here into 242. I don't know if we will. 242 on SPY. All right, so that, of course, is going to be pretty important support moving forward. Support that I don't think we're going to retest anytime soon. Now, this is a short-term video on S&P. So when I say we're not going to hit this anytime soon, it means just that. We're not going to hit it next week. We're not going to hit it in the next month, probably, just based on what I can see on open interest, which I will talk about open interest here in a little bit. All right, so we have this corrective move here. We have, you know, a nice ABC, and then what do we have here? We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3. Okay, now keeping in mind, this is wave 3 of a larger wave 3. A, B, C into the 4. This is still working out very nicely. Very nice, very nice. So we can pull this, you know, you can see here we've got a nice A, B, C correction right here. This worked out pretty good. All right, so we've got a 4. Now we're working on this 5, which is to complete our third wave. All right, so what do we have? What do we have here? We've got a 1, 2, and then we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3. Let me go ahead and put this in here. We've got lots of subdivision here, lots of support of this count. So we've got our 1 right there, our 2, our 3 right there, and then our 4, and then we go up for the 5 to complete this move. So we've got a 5, the 5th wave of the 5th wave of the 3rd wave. Okay? Then, what do we have here? We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what has a lot of people scratching their heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now, if you're taking the red pill, you're going to be saying to yourself, oh, this is a 5-wave structure down, so we're going to have a nice ABC corrective pattern up, and then we're going to just start wave 3, and we're going to continue going down. All right, so what the bears were saying here was, all right, well, we've got from up here, we've got a nice 5-wave. We should get an A, a B, a C, and then we need to start an accelerated move to the downside. Okay, that's not what happened. That is unfortunately not what happened. This is where I kind of got caught up, but you know, it is what it is. So from down here, we definitely see we have an A, B, C into the B, A, B, C into the C. Okay, then what do we have from here? Okay, so we expect corrections to be a 5, 3, 5. If you start in 5 waves, you've got from up here, you've got a 5, 3, and then there is 5 waves here. Okay, moving that to a higher degree. All right, so from here you do see we have, let me pull this out. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here so we can see this. So from up here, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of a deep pullback, and then a 5 right there. It's pretty much exactly what we would expect to see. And let's even measure this a little bit. So from this 2 down to this 3, we came back to the 618. It was a perfect pullback to the 618. We did not quite get our target, which was at 29.7550. That didn't quite happen, but we still did get our extension, and we started to move up here. All right. So from here, we kind of expect that we're going to have 5 waves up. So if this is our A, B, and a truncation on the C here, we would expect there to be a nice move up. You know, and pulling this out, you know, I have our bottom here, and then I've got our top up here, and then so we've got what looks like we're probably going to have a little bit of a green week, right? I think we're probably going to have a little bit of a green week, and let me just pull this out. And again, we're looking at futures, so this is pretty much real-time data that we're looking at here. Pull this down. Likely we're going to come up here to 32.36 or 32.47. Somewhere in this area is probably where this is going to go. And from there we're going to get a little rejection. Okay, so right here in this area, this is going to be our high probability zone where things are going to fall. Okay, so things are likely going to fall from there. and then we're going to see a deeper correction. Now, maybe we do come down here to 382. This is where algos are starting to set up, that we're probably going to come down here to the 382, which is going to be sitting right at about 3165 to 3168, right there in that zone. I tend to think we're going to go a little bit lower than that. I can see us coming down to 3100 or maybe 3130. That's where I would be interested in buying again. So right here, because patience is going to be what rewards you in this market. Currently, short term, I don't see us going much lower than that. Now, if we do, we do. And what this puts us in, wave 4 would then be right here. So that's our A, B, and a truncation down here in the C. All right. You could, if you really tried, you could dig a little bit of a like a wedge out of this, but I just don't like it. I like this count a little bit better. I do have to have a little bit of a bias towards it. But let's go ahead and take a look and see where our upside target is going to be. I'm going to remove some of these fib pulls because they're kind of cluttering things up. We know where those levels came from. This is our 618, and this is going to be our 618 down here. Okay, so we're going to go up a little bit this week. We're going to go down a little bit next week. Maybe later this week. Possible we do go down. And then upside target, we're looking at 3461. Maybe a little bit higher. So what we're going to now do is we're going to take our trend-based fib extension and we're going to measure from down here at the bottom, right there, trying to get as close as I can, measure wave 1, and we're going to project it from up here at wave 4. Okay, so we've got our 61.8 sitting right smack dab on our algo target for this this minor move, which is going to be sitting here at about 3360. Okay, so we've got 3360 up there. Now these are upside targets for maybe August. Okay, I don't think it's going to happen quite so fast. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. That's depending on whether or not this correction is done, but I think we're probably going to get this down move midweek, and then after that we're going to see this upside move first taking us to 3360, but the equality algo target is going to be up here at 3600. Okay, now with that being said, 3600, that's going to be where our ultimate sell zone resistance is going to be, and you can see why I'm giving that our upside target at 3600. Is there a possibility we go higher? Yes. You've got right here the 123.6 at 3800. That's possible. And then you also have this ultimate target up here at about, basically we'll call it 4100. I mean, maybe we go there. In short term, no. Short term, no. And the reason why I'm focusing on short term is because everybody is so interested in playing options. And the options are the reason why I have to have a little bit of a bullish bias. Open interest in options is just through the roof right now. You have to pay attention to open interest on SPY. All right, let me see if I can get this up for you guys. So, you know, we've got so much open interest in SPY that's bearish. Okay, bearish open interest on SPY. And for that, let's see if I can get this to come up here. I'm not sure if it's going to come up or not. You've got, all right, here we go. Let's just take a look at this and talk about this for just a moment. This is the open interest on SPY. This is the volume from Friday. 63% of the open interest volume on SPY on Friday was bearish. Okay, that's why I think that we're going to see a little bit of an uptick. Today, let's see here, this is for the 724 expiration. Let's look at 727. So we had about 837,000 contracts of volume on Friday for SPY, and 60% was bearish. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I think today is going to be bullish, because you have a lot of people that were opening shorts on Friday, right? So on 724, which is right here in this range, let me just zoom in on this right here. Let's just show you what this looks like. All right, so in 724, that would have been these candles here, all the way down here, you had a lot of people that were opening puts on SPY. New open interest was 60% bearish on Friday. And so far, what have we done? Well, we opened futures green, and that's continuing to move in this direction. Also, 212,000 contracts. Let me come back over here. 212,000 contracts for 7/29 and 500,000 contracts for the end of the month. Okay, so this week is the end of the month. Lots of things are going to be expiring on this Friday, right? CME has contracts expiring on Friday as well. And look at this. We've got 1 million contracts that are closing 77% bearish. 66% of those contracts that were opened on Friday were bearish. Okay, and so far we are green for the week. So with this being said, all right, you've got on August 3rd, which is going to be a week from today, you know, 50, almost 50-50, right? And it's looking pretty flat, right? So as far as big money taking from small money, right, or smart money taking from dumb money, there's really not a whole lot of incentive for next Monday, which is why I think next week we can see that push down. We're going to have to watch this though, because just very little volume, right? All of the volume was for this week's contract expirations. Okay, and again, it has been very, very bearish. And look at this. I mean, you know, I know I already said this. 77% bearish. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I can't be bearish when the majority is bearish. If 77% of retail is bearish, I have to be slightly bullish. I have to lean bullish. Now, I'm not playing options, right? Just to be fair, I'm not playing options. I do play some strategies on options, but man, I don't put a whole lot inside of options just because, you know, it's just very easy to just get completely annihilated. And I don't have any interest in just losing my money. I don't have any interest in giving that much back to the market. And more than likely, this guy right here, or these collective people that are 77% bearish on Friday, which again 66% were on this past Friday, they're going to end up losing. They're going to end up losing, more than likely. More than likely. We're going to have some chop here. There's no doubt about that. We're going to have some chop. You know, futures closed the gap and then just moved up, right? And I assume if I went to like a 15-minute time frame, and we went back and took a look at that. You know, we had this up move, down. Let me see if I can find where futures opened here. I'm not going to focus too much time on that, I suppose. Oh, here it is. It was right here at this candle. We went red. Got a lot of people to go short. And then we went up, and we've just been consolidating above where we opened. Okay, so just keep this in mind as well. Futures opened right here. I'm going to tag that right there at 32.1075, and that currently has been support, support, support. Maybe we come back down, but I think we're going to be moving up. Resistance, very easy to see this right here. There's your resistance at 32.20 or 32.23. We push up above that. Well, very easy to see where we're going to be going from there, which is going to be right here. And where does that fall in line with? Our target for the week. Our target for the week right there, at least short term, right? Short-term target right there. I believe that was between the 50 and the 618. That would be ideal. Maybe that wasn't. Let's just go ahead and I'm going to pull this one more time just to make sure that I'm saying this right. Pull it from up there, take it all the way down here. Yep, right there, between the 50 and the 618. So, you know, with the 50 being right there, it seems like that would be a good ABC target because again, we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're seeing A, B, C, A, B, maybe we come back down, C, and then we're going to get this A, B, C up here. Probably is going to stop at the 50. It might go to the 618. This is a corrective pattern so far. This looks very corrective, which leads me to believe that next week, probably not this week, next week we can see ourselves coming back down. I don't know if we're going to come down this low. We may only come down to 31.65 to 31.70. that may be as far as it goes. Ultimately, I am bullish. I am bullish, so that's what I think is going to happen. So I think that's about it for right now. We've talked about this. Let me go ahead and zoom out here so that we can see everything again and see our path to at least 3,600. Okay, that's going to take us to all-time highs. Now, can we get to all-time highs? Absolutely we can. I mean, look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been making new highs. So why can't S&P? Why can't Dow Jones? They probably will. They probably will. And I am short-term bullish, okay? Although I do say we're going to move up this week, down next week. I don't know if we're going to go that low, right? We may only go to 382. We have seen very shallow wave twos here recently. We talked about this wave two only come down to the 382. All right, this too was pretty shallow as well, okay? And now that we're here, we're trying to, if this is wave 4, we're putting in the 1, and then we're going to come down here for the 2. Does it come to 3165 or does it actually come all the way down to the 50? We'll have to wait and see. Ultimately, I do think that we're going to see some newer highs before we see down moves, okay? So that's it. That's it for right now. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And if you're not on our Discord, throw it a comment in the YouTube chat, and I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, and take care, everyone.